Hello everyone, and welcome to Jerome's Awful Review Show, where I review good movies, I review bad movies, but I mostly review awful movies. And today's awful movie is the third installment in the Sharknado franchise, and that is Sharknado 3, Oh Hell No. Sharknado 3 is the third installment in the Sharknado franchise, and it stars the same people as the last two frickin' movies, but in this one, we got Frankie Muniz and David Hasselhoff. We have just upgraded, folks. So the movie starts out with Finn running around Washington, D.C. when a Secret Serviceman pulls up and is like, hey, we need you at the White House ASAP. So they take him to the White House, and Finn gets a Golden Chainsaw Award. Okay. So as Finn, the President of the United States, which is Mark Cuban, Mark McGrath, who was in the last movie, and Ann Coulter, for all reasons, is the Vice President, all are under attack when a freaking Sharknado appears in Washington, D.C., destroying everything. So Finn and the President go one way, and Ann Coulter and Mark McGrath go the other way. And Ann Coulter and Mark McGrath are stopped dead in their tracks when there's sharks on the freaking steps in the White House. So what do? Mark McGrath takes two pictures, they jump on them, and they slide down the freaking stairs. Surfing on the stairs, what? So Mark McGrath and Ann Coulter are waiting for Finn and the President of the United States when Finn and the President of the United States are in trouble when sharks are just flying through the hallway. So they take the guns that they got and they just start boom, 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 just start firing off on these sharks, dropping bodies, shark bodies, all over the place. So they finally all meet up together and they run outside and just look at the devastation all around them. So now we end up in Orlando, Florida, and Universal Studios. Okay, cool. Where we meet Tara Reid, her mom, and Finn's daughter from the first movie, who looks nothing like Finn's daughter in this movie. So Finn's daughter runs off to meet with her friends while April, Tara Reid, and her mom just, start talking and just go around the park. So we jump to Finn, who is now caught in a Sharknado. Or a Fognado. A Fognado? Now we're doing Fognado? So Finn is saved by Frankie Muniz and Nova, who returns for the third installment, but I don't know what happened to her last freaking installment. But yeah, so she returns, and now she thinks that the sharks in the Sharknado are not really the sharks that we all know that are in the water. Now they have evolved, because now they've been in the Sharknado for so damn long, they've just evolved. So Finn, Nova, and Frankie Muniz all go to a Air Force base where there's a general who is good friends with Finn, and Finn's like, hey, can we use a jet to stop the Sharknado? And he's like, yeah, sure, take it. So as they're about to take off, the Sharknado appears. So Frankie Muniz stays back and he's like, hey, I'm gonna blow this freaking truck up that we were in and hopefully save you guys so you guys can get off and stop the Sharknado or that's about to happen in Orlando. So as Frankie Muniz is going to, hit the bomb, he gets his leg taken off and his arm taken off. So he's like limping. He's like, oh, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. He climbs up the ladder. He's crawling to the button. Bang, his other leg gets taken off. Now he's crawling with one arm. And his other arm gets taken off. What the hell did Frankie Muniz do to you guys that you caused him to go through all this pain? So he hits the button with his freaking jaw. Boom, blows up. Gives Nova and Finn enough time to escape the Sharknado, and they fly all the way over to Orlando. So before making it all the way to Orlando, they see the Daytona 500 going on. And right across the street is a Sharknado. So now they're trying to fight a Sharknado. They freaking, boom, they shoot a missile into the Sharknado. Bang, it explodes. Well, that was easy. So as they're flying and trying to avoid all the sharks that are falling from the Sharknado, the shark hits them, and the plane starts going down. Boom! It lands into a freaking lake, and they appear, for some reason, in their underwear, just looking all hot. Okay, I guess you got a little something for the men and a little something for the women. I don't know. So Finn goes all the way to Universal Studios with Nova to see if Tara Reid's mom, and their daughter is still safe and sound. They find their daughter, and they freaking go inside the Universal ball, and a gust of wind just picks the freaking ball up and sends him freaking all the way down Universal Drive, and they land on top of a statue, and then they wonder how the hell are we going to get down here. Boom, they just end up on the ground with no explanation. They were just questioning how the hell are we going to get down from here, and then bang, next thing they're on the ground. So they all start thinking about how they're going to kill the Sharknado this time, and Finn's like, hey, why don't we use rocket fuel to destroy the Sharknado? And they were all like, how are we going to do that? He goes, well, my dad worked for NASA. Of course your father worked for NASA. So they steal some NASCAR show cars, and they drive off to where Finn's father is, and he's just in a dining hall, chilling, and Finn just pops up. He's like, hey, I need your help. And Finn's father's like, yeah, sure, no problem. As long as you can get that approval from the president, you know, since you guys are boys now. So they get the approval, and now the mission is to take a space shuttle, send it up through the Sharknado, drop a bomb in it, and then drop the freaking rocket fuel into it to just completely disintegrate it. So while David Hasselhoff waits for Finn to aboard the space shuttle, Tara Reid stops him and is like, hey, you can't do this. Like, I am pregnant. We're about to have a baby. You can't be doing this. And Finn's like, listen, I'm going to have to do this. I need to do this. But after this, don't worry. I will be by your side at all times. And who's the freaking party pooper this time? The Sharknado comes yet again. Of course, we all should have known it was the Sharknado. So the Sharknado stops the mission from happening, and they're like, oh shit, what do we do? So they're like, oh, listen, call Nova, and she'll fly a freaking jet, knock a hole into the Sharknado wall. That's what it is. It's a Sharknado wall now. Sharknado wall. So Nova shoots a hole into the Sharknado wall, and the space shuttle whoop, goes right through it. And right as it just escapes it, they drop a bomb into it. Boom, it blows up, and then right when they're about to reach up into space, they drop the rocket fuel down. Boom, it hits the Sharknado. But it doesn't destroy it. It's like, what the hell? Rocket fuel and a bomb doesn't destroy the Sharknado? Wow. So David Hasselhoff gets the genius idea of calling one of his science buddies to see if they could rig the satellite that's right outside the space shuttle. So David Hasselhoff goes right outside and gets to the satellite, rigs it, and shoots a freaking laser from the satellite and just destroys the entire Sharknado wall. So, happily ever after, they defeated the Sharknado. Or did they? So, out of nowhere, sharks enter space to attack them. What the hell? What? What? So Finn's like, holy crap, they're coming on board. I gotta stop them and close the hatch. And Tara Reid's like, no, you can't. So they start... Oh boy. And he takes this thing that I guess his father left him. He's like, here, try it out. He turns it on. It's a plasma chainsaw. He has a plasma chainsaw, and he starts just chopping all these sharks down, and then he freaking finally closes the hatch. Or does he? So as he's about to close the hatch, Tara Reid is like, hey, we gotta get out of here. And a freaking shark comes out of nowhere and just swallows Tara Reid. So Finn's like, holy crap. And he freaking jumps and lunges, and the shark eats him too. So he's inside, he's like, holy crap, what are we gonna do? And the shark starts freaking falling out from space and about to head down towards Earth. So Finn's like, holy crap. The shark starts burning up in the atmosphere. So he starts punching a hole through the shark, and it, boom, a hole, creates a hole in the shark, and he freaking puts a parachute up there, poof, opens the parachute, and they, boom, they just fall right to Earth. So Finn hears this chainsaw going on in one of the shark's bodies. So he runs over, and he sees the freaking chainsaw, boom, pop out of the freaking dead shark that they were in. And a freaking baby pops out of the hole. Tara Reid gave birth to a baby inside of a shark. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. This is bananas. Effing bananas. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. And then they all freaking come back together, the entire crew, except David Hasselhoff, who's stuck on the moon now. And they're all just sitting there like, yay, we did it. We have a new baby that we're naming Gil. And then a piece of the freaking space shuttle falls down, and Tara Reid looks up. She's like, ah! And then boom, cuts to black. Like, what the fuck? You just left us on a cliffhanger now? Oh, Jesus. Jesus, movie. Jesus. Come on. So you birth a child inside of a shark, and then you leave us on a fucking cliffhanger. This movie, man. What are you doing, movie? What are you doing? Oh, anyway, this is Jerome. This has been Jerome's All for Review show. Oh, now I gotta go watch Sharknado 4. The Fourth Awakens. Oh, it's gotta be fucking excellent.